Do nun ni estas kun kolego Duncan el Britio, kaj do ni iom demandu lin pri la situacio de aeropoluado en Britio. Do vi estas el Britio, sed de kie vi venas de Britio?
I'm from London and I grew up there, so I've spent a lot of time in London.
Do ni estas surprizita ke en tiu ĉi vintro en Britio, en Francio kaj en aliaj kelkaj eŭropaj landoj okazis iom severa aeropoluado, kaj do por multaj eksterlandanoj tio estas kontraŭa al la imago. Londono estas alloga turisma celo. Do ĉu vi povas klarigi kial tiu poluado okazis?
To the best of my knowledge, the pollution in London this winter was caused by a few factors. One of them is that cold weather arrived in Western Europe in the form of a low-pressure weather system. When this low-pressure weather arrives, we have low wind and cold weather. That means more people are burning fuel to keep their houses warm. So that creates more pollution. And with the low wind, the pollution can't escape. Also in London recently, our bills that we pay for electricity and keeping our homes warm have been getting higher and higher. So more people in London have started using traditional wood stoves, burning wood in their home, and those wood stoves create more smoke, more pollution, and that creates a worse problem in the capital. On top of that, pollution in London is a general problem because there's a lot of cars, a lot of road traffic, and in Britain we use diesel fuel. A diesel fuel is dirtier, creates more pollution than petrol that they use, for example, here in China. So there's high levels of nitrogen oxides, which are a major pollution problem in London.
Do mi audis che post la tiu granda fumnebulo de 1952 estis faritaj leĝoj kaj diversaj rimedoj por malpliigi aerpoluadon en Londono. Sed ĉu la nuna ĉi vintra okazaĵo montras ke tiuj rimedoj ne sufiĉas, havas mankojn?
Yeah, after the Great Smog of 1952, London introduced the Clean Air Act in 1956. And the main idea of the Clean Air Act was to move the major pollution sources, so the heavy industry, out of the city centres, because it was these heavy industry that was burning coal that was creating the pollution. So that really did improve the air quality in London. The air quality improved quite a lot over the 40-50 years. I don't think the current pollution problems mean that didn't work, because the pollution now is actually different to the pollution we had in the 1950s and 60s. So the pollution now is mainly from road traffic, and it's different pollutants. It's nitrogen oxides, less sulfur dioxide, because the sulfur dioxide comes from coal and the nitrogen oxides from some industry and vehicles, road traffic. So I think the pollution now is different, and there's different sources, so now we need different measures. Yeah.
Fumnebulo estas iom tradicia formo de poluado, mi pensas, kaj nun ĝis lastatempe, ekzemple forceja efekto estas pli nova koncepto. Ĉu vi povas diri ke ĝis la lasta jaro la britoj pli multe konsciis pri la forceja efekto ol pri fumnebulo? Ĉu vi povas diri tion?
Yes, definitely. I think people in Britain were more aware of climate change and greenhouse gases. Obviously there's been a lot of news in the last few years about climate change, and we're realising just how big a problem it is and how much we have to do to overcome it. And one of the consequences of that in London, I think, has been that we and the government encourage the use of diesel cars, because some diesel fuel produces less carbon dioxide emissions. So that meant we were encouraging diesel to help with climate change. I didn't realise maybe at the time that diesel actually produces more nitrogen dioxide, more nitrogen oxides, that creates air pollution. So to some extent there's a playoff you have to make between climate change and air pollution. and that's something only recently I think the general public has become aware of. So both of these things we need to fight in major cities, and maybe they have different measures that will sometimes conflict with each other.
Call and Duncan Provia interview.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, thanks for having me.